Today is the day that we are going to be revealing a boat that we've been waiting on for a little while. It's a brand new boat from American-made custom aluminum boats and trailers out of Medford or Central Point, Oregon, the aluminum boat capital of the world. This boat is a very specific, specialized boat, and we're going to show you some of the neat features that it has. But we're going to go into that a little bit. Here, I'll show you something very unique on the boat that is special to most boats that have it. It's not the only one that has it, but I'll show you the coupler. Now, if you look here, we've got both of our safety chains or safety cables. We got a 4-point, so this trailer doesn't even have brakes because it doesn't need it because it's extremely light. But if you notice, here we go, this doesn't look like galvanized steel, does it? That's because it's not galvanized steel. This is an aluminum trailer, all welded aluminum trailer. Even look at the stanchion here. It's all welded aluminum as well. And look at these welds. They're so nice. Get up close here. Nobody looks up that close, but it is very well done. Stanchion all the way up to the boat. I'm teasing you a little bit. I know you want to see it. I know you want to see it because they make the shiniest boats in the world. Okay, ready? Here it is. The American-made 20-foot open, and here you go. This particular boat has some special features. We're going to go into it a little bit more in depth so you can see everything. For the most part, it's a pretty straightforward, simple boat. But we did some things to this boat that make it a little bit unique, I would say. As first, you have the T-top, right? You need some coverage, especially in the Oregon coast. You need something to cover you. It's easy to put a windshield on here so that you're able to block some wind on the driver at least. You've got the sunshade, you've got some rain cover, you're good to go that way, plus it looks great. And it has functionality above the deck, so you can add rod holders and get things up higher. It's also been rigged with a Yamaha 115 extra long shaft, so it's a 25-inch shaft on this boat, which keeps that boat high riding in the back, so following seas and things, no problem. We've got some storage compartments in there that are rather large in this boat. And we'll get into those unique features. On the trailer, it's a tandem axle. So usually a 20-foot boat's not going to go with a tandem axle, but that gives you a lot of redundancy in towing, as well as it gives you, and then they have the axle spread, which makes this trailer tows exceptionally. It tracks behind the car. It doesn't sway. When I was driving it back from the factory, I was swerving it back and forth because it's a really light bow. I was like, this is interesting that it's able to do that. So I was able to sway it back and forth. It followed and tracked the vehicle perfectly with no problems. We've got aluminum wheels on it too. It just looks insanely good. This trailer and this boat combination just shows awesome. Let's go ahead and hop in. As with almost all the American-made line of boats, they are all aluminum. They're not going to have any wood in the boat. We eliminate wood. We don't want any of that in the boat. It makes it fail sooner. A lot of times the wood will have different chemicals in it that will cause galvanic corrosion within the hull and the stringers of the boat. So no wood means we're good that way. Okay, so let's get inside the boat here. I'm going to start here at the front. We have a nice air. Now here's where you fill the gas. And we said we want the gas up front, adds a little bow weight, as well as the gas being in the middle. You can come from either side to fuel it. As well, this boat being more of an expedition, exploration type boat, it's going to need to be filled from inside because you're going to want to add fuel to it as you're going. So we put this over here. We've got a fuel tank up front here. You can store some extra gear in here, but we have 19 gallons of fuel up front here. Very simple setup. No need for complexity there. You've got it easy there. A little bow cleat on here. As you see these rails going down the side, you can hook on here anywhere. So there's no cleats on the side because you have the entire rail down the side that's able to do that for you. Okay, I'm going to show you something too. You know the Tempest seats, these are common seats. Everybody's going to grab these. Someday, if you haven't done this yet, you're going to grab this seat and you're going to be like, this thing's stuck, I don't understand. In the back of all Tempest seats, there's a little button right here. You push that button, flips up. These are the new Tempest Pro-Bax seats. They're extremely comfortable. If you haven't sat in these boat seats, you'd be like, where have these been forever? We're used to these flat little squared up cushion on a flat board. No more. These are plastic contoured to your body. They're so comfortable. And with any flatter boat, you're going to have issues in big chop with the ride quality because they don't. So what do? We put WPS aluminum suspension-based seats underneath these front ones. So this baby goes up and down, and they're soft as can be. So you can plow through this big stuff. The guy in the back doesn't feel it as much as the front guys, but now you don't feel it at all because you can put your feet in the air like this and you feel like you're gliding. The boat will be going up and down and bam, bam, but you won't even feel it. Plus, where they're positioned here is awesome. So you can fish directly off the side here. So we move these seats to the middle so you can put your rod holder here. You got it right in front of you there for rigging, letting it out. You can flip back if it's windy. You want to put the wind to your back, no problem. You just flip it back. You got a little well here to relax in a little bit. Also flip around to the front. You have that as well. This is just such a comfortable layout for a 20-foot boat here to have on this with this seat here. Makes getting around really easy. Let's go up here. We got rod holders up high. I'm 6'1". I clear my head, no problem. So we got multiple rod holders up front here. So we can get those out of the way, keep them off the deck space. There's room right here for a cooler. So if you put a Yeti out here, you could extend a Yeti out here like a 65 quart. You could sit on it from either side, or you could go with like a 35 quart, put it right here in the middle, and then you'd have two hold-on spots right here with the forward part of the T-top. When we rigged this, we rigged it specific for this console. So we did this here. We laid out everything so that when you walk up to the console, you can just grab everything right here ready to go. Even your battery switch is right here on the front. And it's gray because it's an industrial grade one for like ships, and it's really nice. We got our key lanyard right here on the front deck, and then all of our switches, which even here where you're holding the rod, you can flip those all off really fast by just reaching in with your fingers and throwing them all across. Cup holder up top here. We got room for storage here, or setting items up here. And then we're going to get to the big point here, which is this is the Lowrance Elite FS7. Okay. Now what we did this for a specific reason, and that's because Lowrance likes Yamaha when it comes to their network. Now all of these can do this. All the Yamaha, you can work them with Garmin and everything along those lines. Turn the battery on. You can work with the Yamaha or with Garmin, with all the other brands and things, but Simrad or the Lowrance line, they really like Yamahas because it's a plug and play software with Yamahas, and they're the only ones that do that. So we were able to hook up directly to the motor, hook right into a network, so it has a NEMA 2000 network on here, and then this is a touch screen, 7-inch screen, and it has everything for running it. This screen is completely customizable. It'll give you, it's not on right now, but the engine's not running. It'll give you the fuel level inside that tank. It's NEMA networked instead of a little gauge on the dash. You've got it in here. You've got your RPMs. It has the temperature, running temperature of the engine, speed. You have the max. So this boat has gone 46 miles per hour. You can see that now. It's already in there. You got engine hours, how long it's been done. And then you can edit this whole layout and add more and take things away. There's all kinds of data that this engine will deliver to this unit, and you can have it all on one screen. And then look at this. You're like, well, I don't know how to use my unit that well. Well, say you're in charts. You're doing your charts, and you're like, okay, here we are, right? Hit that button. You're back to you're back right there to your gauge cluster with one button. This is your easy button right here. Big button. Hit that. You go there. Then you want to go to something else. Use your scan. Then you're going to hit that. You're back to it. You see how easy that is? So we rigged all that. You notice there's no gauges on the boat. It's clean, crisp. Gauges hardly work half the time anyways. It's all here on this screen, so when you're running, you have all the data that you need, and you can go to that. And there's also ways to change that, but it's really cool having the fuel, the trim, everything all within this unit right here. Shifter, we have bionicle controls here, so it's straightforward for that. Reverse is right here, so when you're driving, super easy to control. You're not bouncing around here doing that because you always have one hand on there. You can also hold on to the T-top. It gives you tons of up high, easy to grab onto grip. So when you're getting in and out of the boat, you always can reach out, grab that, hop in the boat, and voila, you're good to go. So cool to have something up high that you can hold on to. But yeah, we did that special rigging on this for that reason. We thought it would be really fun to do. It turned out great. We got a little storage right now. It's got a single battery in here. It's pre-rigged for a second battery if you want to add one. And we got all the controls going underneath the floor. It's clean rigged. Don't see hardly anything going above. And then we're going to show you the cleanest part here. Very proud of this. Benny, who rigged this, is very proud of this. You'll never see this clean of rigging on a boat, especially this type of boat. Steering cable through the bulkhead here, right up into the motor, right into the pivot or the tilt tube. And then you've got your vacuum hose. Closes everything all off. It's tight, clean. Don't see anything. Look at this. This is ridiculously clean for an entire rigging for a motor, which has a NEMA network and everything. All of it goes through the tube. And then right here, where it goes through the bulkhead, boom, you've got it. Right on, or on the deck, I'd say. You've got that nice clean TH Marine, makes it with the cable separate, but everything comes up together. Beautiful. Loading in the back, you've got a step up on the back there for loading into the boat. You can see aluminum floors. Those make it extremely is nice because you don't have any of that rot that goes on with the boats. A fun boat. It's a quick boat. These things move out in close to 50 miles an hour. Very fast boat. It'll set you back. You gotta be careful with it. We do have a deck chair in here that matches the other chairs, so there's a higher chair that goes right here, but it's removable because some people want to be able to work back here, and that makes it in the way when you have that seat, so we just had to eliminate that or set it to the side, and you can walk around here. It's up to you. Gives you more options. You can put it in the front here for a seat for the middle if you don't want to deal with that back here, or if you need a seat back here, bam, right here, there's plenty of room, and then you can sit up high. You'll still see out good, and you've got it there. So this has all been rigged out with a lot of thought in mind. It's a beautiful boat, heavy duty all around, overbuilt boat, 160 bottom, 125 sides, extra tray for stability and strength. I've got a picture, I'll put it up here, a picture of the entire grid underneath the floor. A lot of people think, oh, well, the heavier the bottom, the better. To a point. It's how you support that heavy bottom. And if you have just 2 tunnel stringers on there, that's not near as strong as having a grid of ribs and stringers. And this has a grid of ribs and stringers. So it's got a very stable, it's a very stable boat for its size. And I mean stable, I mean it's not going to twist and flex as you go through the water like you would a comparable boat with less of a grid underneath the floor. So that makes it a little bit better that way. Let's show you the storage area up here. Big area. You've got some rigging in there. Bilge, access to the bilge, you can see in there. Bilge pumps on the side. Lots and lots of room, but very clean and easy to get in when the motor's not leaning forward. That was something we didn't think about. All around, epic boat. Lots of fun. Lots of fun to be had in there. Fishing, exploring. This would be a great exploring boat. You pull right up on the beach. Exploring, you run right off the bow. It's a low bow. The sides are lower on this boat. This thing is for flats, open areas. When we did all of this initial tests to make sure everything was good on the boat, it performed exceptionally well. Like I said, top end speed. It's on plane in like 2 seconds. Like it's so quick out of the hole with that flatter bottom. It's delta padded, which means that you could put a pump on here, no problem, with the 25-inch. So you could do a pump if you wanted, add that on. You also have the hydrodynamics of the delta pad, which brings the water up to the prop. Speaking of which, we do have a stainless steel prop on this thing. So all in all, this boat is a blast. It's very fun, very easy to own. It's not complex. There's not stuff all over the place. There's nowhere really for stuffed junk to get stalled out in the floors. You spray this boat out and you're done for the day. Simple to ease, all aluminum, simple to operate boat. Pretty much easy. LED lighting in the bow, it's all hidden. Bilge pump, we have some electronic or some other stuff, the horn and things on there. We've got that. There you go. And then the price, you'll see the price, but it's excellent for this type of quality of a boat, built with all the ones that cost 20-30% more than this one. This thing's an awesome deal. These guys build a great boat, efficient shop where they're not sitting there with a bunch of extra people doing things. It's pretty simple. You contact us if you want an American-made boat. We work directly with Robert Humble, the manufacturer. Him and his crew just pump out boats all day. We'll take the questions. Come to us, Breen Marine. Our phone number is 541-991-8783. We'll talk to you, or you contact us through this video. Thanks so much. American-made, open 20.